We're now to the number 2 weather event across Western and Central Wyoming for 2024. Recall from the last video, we had above normal temperatures, below normal precipitation. There used to be a lot of dry grass, a lot of dry trees. There used to be a lot of fires around here, and we had a lot of fires around this area during the summer and fall months. This is no exception here. Number 2 is the house draw fire. You don't remember which fire this was? This is the fire that burned in Johnson County during the latter part of August. Take a look at the setup here. We'll take a look at the surface map. Now there's 2 features that really draw your attention. I'll draw Wyoming in right here. We have 2 fronts we want to look at here. Number 1, this boundary right here. This is the stationary boundary. This map was at about 9 o'clock, and there were some thunderstorms in the area, and that's exactly where they fired, right along that frontal boundary right there. They caused the lightning, and that's what touched off the fire. Now the second front you see, that's back here to the west, from Montana down here into Idaho. Now it's a stationary boundary right now, but it does begin to shift to the east as a cold front, and move through Johnson County during the late afternoon, early evening hours. That's what really got the fire spreading, especially during the nighttime hours. Now take a look at some of the wind gusts from this. Started about 3 hours before the front went through, about 3 o'clock in the afternoon on the 21st. Now if you want to read these wind bars, the way they're pointing, which is this way, that's the way the wind's coming from. They're either southwest, that's the usual direction. I have a cold front here. These numbers are the wind gusts. 30, 40 miles per hour, that's a pretty good wind speed there. And also spreads the fire pretty well in those dry fuels. So it's actually coming up this way, heading toward I-890 at this point. Now, as we head toward the overnight hours, after the front goes through about 6, 7 o'clock, right here, gotta get a new clicker. Anyway, you see the winds turn around to the northwest behind the cold front with the colder air coming in from the north. Look at the wind gusts here, 30, 40, there were some gusts to close to 50 miles per hour during the evening hours on the 21st. And that really helped spread the fire further to the south. Now we take a look at some satellite imagery here. We can actually see the burn scars from the satellites. Now this is at 11:30 after the fire started. It really hasn't burned too much at this point. But look at 8 o'clock the next morning. Here's the burn scar right here. It's a pretty big area, all the way from northeast of Buffalo across Interstate 90, all the way south, almost just to the northeast of Casey. So this burned a lot of land here, well over 100,000 acres. I'll show you exactly how much as we get toward the summer here. Come on, here we go. Okay, it was reported around 10:30, most likely started by lightning. It spread very rapidly over the first 24 hours, burned over 150,000 acres in just the first 24 hours. And it was more contained after that. Burned numerous pastures, a lot of fences were damaged, a lot of outbuildings and ranches out there. Also, Interstate 90 was closed for a time during the height of the fire. It ended up burning close to 200,000 acres. And it caused $25 million in damage as well. However, there's a silver lining right here. No permanent residents, no houses were lost, and also nobody was killed in this fire. That's always the best news in these situations. Now, if you stay tuned, I'll have a video. One of our partners from Colorado took the satellite imagery at night. You see how fast this fire spread during the day, and especially during the nighttime hours. We'll have number 1 coming up next week.